Hey everybody. If you're watching this, then chances are you have caught my live streams on YouTube. Hopefully, you've caught my live streams on YouTube at one point or another over the last couple of years, as I have simulcasted on Twitch and YouTube and Glamesh ever since I dropped affiliate and simulcasting became an option. Unfortunately, simulcasting is no longer an option because Twitch has decided to arbitrarily update their terms of service without notice to include a simulcasting clause. Now, prior to this, affiliate agreements and partner agreements specifically had a 24-hour streaming exclusivity clause where you can't simulcast to other platforms when you're streaming on Twitch. However, that did not affect people who were not affiliate and not partner, which was one of the multiple reasons that I dropped affiliate, so that that would be an option. Unfortunately, since it is now part of the TOS that affects everybody, this comes into play again. Technically, I am not allowed to stream on both Twitch and other platforms. Aside from TikTok and Instagram, for some reason they don't have a vendetta about those. But YouTube and stuff like that are kind of out of it. So, unfortunately, that presents me with a bit of a dilemma. Now, I mentioned I also multicast to Glamesh. That's already going out of the picture because unfortunately they are shutting down at the end of this month because things just kind of, got too expensive, weren't panning out the way they would have needed to be financially viable, which I don't blame them at all. Like, yeah, dealing with the bandwidth requirements is expensive. I don't think they had gotten into VOD storage really, but that's also expensive. So, kudos to them for, giving it a good shot, and also for carrying on the FTL protocol, which, rest in peace Mixer, that had started over there. It was nice to see that brought back by another platform. But, yeah, with Glamesh out of the picture, that really just leaves Twitch and YouTube, and then, of course, the question is, okay, do I continue live streaming to just Twitch, even though they're scumbags, or do I continue live streaming to just YouTube? Now, there are a couple of big factors going into this that, unfortunately for the folks on the YouTube side, have me inclined towards the stream on Twitch side of things. One of those factors is, admittedly, most of the live chat interactions on my streams happen on the Twitch side of things. Network effect and all of that. Twitch kind of has a stranglehold on it, for better or worse. Hint, it's worse. But that's not the only factor, and I also, I definitely want to shout out folks who have specifically tuned in to live streams on the YouTube side of things, like PenPRP and Bubby and Darcy, and also a couple of folks who have tuned in on both sides of things, but sometimes prefer the YouTube side, like MobiBloke and Zaki. I appreciate y'all being there, and I feel really bad that this is going to adversely affect you if I decide to just stream on the Twitch side of things in terms of live streams. Now, to be clear, I still fully plan to I'll be locally recording everything like I do right now. I will still be cutting out the breaks and posting the videos to YouTube after the fact, so I don't plan to change that. So those of you who rely on YouTube for seeing stuff after the fact, you will totally still be able to do that. It is just the live component that will be affected. But and actually the VOD component of this is also another factor in terms of why I am inclined towards the Twitch side of things in terms of live streams, because since I'm no longer affiliate on Twitch, affiliates and partners have the option to upload things to their video list in Twitch. If you're not affiliate, you don't have the upload option. Whereas on YouTube, you always have the upload option. That's kind of how YouTube started. So, if I were to stop streaming on Twitch, I would basically vanish from the face of Twitch whatsoever, which is kind of sad because I do know a whole ton of folks who stream over there. And I'm active in some of their channels and stuff too. So, for that's another big reason why I'm inclined to continue live streaming on Twitch, because that way I can still record locally and post the videos on YouTube later after cutting out the breaks. And meanwhile, because I stream on Twitch, I get the VODs on Twitch and I can make highlights there out of it. So we still have the maximum number of viewing options in terms of watching the videos after the fact on both sides, on Twitch and YouTube. Now, the third factor is actually user experience, both in terms of viewers and also me, the creator. In terms of viewing experience, on the YouTube side of things, I feel like YouTube has done precious little to make live streams discoverable, even for people who are subscribed, because when you're subscribed to a channel on YouTube, you have three options in terms of how you receive notifications. You either get the fire hose, which is literally everything, which I could see getting annoying, and also confusing, because, like, when I live stream but then I post the video later, you're getting both of those notifications. I could see that being confusing. I always feel a little self-conscious and feel a little bad about that, actually. Then the second choice is personalized, which means YouTube does whatever the heck they want with it, and you have no idea which notifications you are or are not getting, so you're probably missing some live streams because of that. And then the third option is just not getting notified. So, like, I don't know. That feels bad to me in terms of either there's no happy medium, no sweet spot in terms of discoverability and not missing out on the live streams, and also not just like getting way too many notifications. I don't know. But then on the streamer side, on the creator side, on Twitch, you have a form that has a few fields in it. If you're playing the same game for multiple nights in a row especially, you basically just tweak the title and then hit done, and it saves that update, and then you go live in OBS. And you don't even need to have the dashboard open when you go live in OBS. It just works. Whereas on YouTube, oh boy. I really don't understand why YouTube has not invested way more into the UX on both sides of their streaming arrangement, because, like, they've clearly put tons of effort into it. And yet, if they really focused on making the user experience a lot more smooth and streamlined, they could really be eating Twitch's lunch right now, because Twitch has just been shooting themselves in the foot repeatedly over the last several years. But anyway, I digress. The streamer experience on YouTube involves going to a specific dashboard, opening a form, editing a whole bunch of fields, and by the way, most of these fields reset between every single stream, so you have to do it all over again. It kinda sucks. And if you happen to have flaky internet, that's never happened to me before, and you have a disconnect and YouTube thinks the stream ended and you need to restart it, you need to do that whole process all over again and answer 20 questions again. It's not a good experience. So just in terms of, like, streamer ergonomics, from my point of view, simplifying to just the Twitch side of things is actually going to save me a bunch of time and headaches. So, as unfortunate it is to say that. So, several factors going into this. Of course, all prompted by Twitch adding this despicable clause to their TOS for seemingly no... Like, what can they possibly gain out of this? I don't know. But yeah, at least for the time being, unless they reverse that clause that they've added to their TOS 2 days ago, my hand is kind of forced, and I think that for the various reasons I just outlined, I am better off live streaming specifically to Twitch, but I will still cut and post the videos to YouTube afterwards. So, like I said, I'm sorry to those of you who have specifically watched on the YouTube side of things. I can understand if you don't want to make a Twitch account to be in chat and stuff like that, whether or not you want to lurk. For what it's worth, I do plan to put a page on my website. I don't know if any of you have come to my stream through the watch.kenny.stream page previously. That's what I always post when I tweet and toot when I go live. I am thinking of replacing what's there right now, which is the, choose your own adventure, Twitch, YouTube, or Glamesh, or the YouTube video plus the Twitch chat. I'm going to replace that with just a page that is just the Twitch video embed and the Twitch chat embed. So you are getting the bare minimum of Twitch and hopefully less than its usual 20 metric buttloads of JavaScript thrown at you. So maybe it'll load a little faster. I don't know. We can always hope. Well, I'm going to throw that page I've already thrown that page together. I just haven't put it in place yet. And we'll see how that goes and see if that helps anybody out. But yeah, it stinks, especially for those of you who have watched live streams on the YouTube side, and that is specifically what this video is about, and that's specifically who this will affect. So again, I'm sorry. I appreciate you all watching live on whichever platform you do, but especially want to say shout-outs and appreciation to those of you who have watched live on the YouTube side of things in the past. I know this stinks for those of you, but I hope you can still enjoy either the recorded videos that I upload, or enjoy lurking on the Twitch side of things, because I will still be live streaming there. So, one way or the other, hope to see you in the future for more streams or VODs. Hope you all have a good weekend, stay safe, and yeah, catch you next time.